guys, welcome to another one of my LEGO Worlds videos. What I'm going to show you in this video is pretty much how to make windows and curtains. So it's not that advanced, but I do have kids of my own playing that really don't know how to make windows for the houses. So I figured I would just make a small video to show different kinds of windows and how you can make them with curtains and how you place them in your walls. So that is what this video here is going to be about. So just whoa, really went crazy there. So go away, flower, like so. So these here are sample windows that I'm going to be showing you how to make. As you can see, there are different shapes and sizes. And there are also different kinds of curtains on them. If you look at the one here, you can see it has like 4 different curtains. This one has none. This one has like 2 that are pulled equally to the side. These are a bit further from each other. This one here actually has curtains pulled down, but this one has like a small corner. And this one also has, like, if you imagine those roller curtains, it's just rolled at the top. So different kinds of curtains that you can add to your walls, to your windows. And the way I'm going to start this is pretty much just by making a wall. Let's just flatten this out. Wow. Like so. Really, I'm thinking about grabbing another character for this. So let's just do that so that I don't accidentally explode the house as I'm working on it. I'm thinking let's go female pirate, definitely my favorite. So why not use her? So we're going to brick building, and we're going to be making a wall to place the windows in. So I'm just going to be grabbing a long light stone gray. Of course you can use whatever you want. So I'm just going to make like a super-sized wall where we can put the different windows in. I'm thinking this should be good enough. Just because I can't really help it, I'm going to place the bricks like this. Playing too much with the Lego bricks in real life, I have a hard time not placing bricks in a way where it has just a small chance of holding by overlapping, but I know that it makes no difference in this game. So I'm thinking 3 bricks tall is going to be good enough for this to simulate being a wall for a house. And let's just grab these. Like so. Goody. So right now I'm running with I'm using a white wall, and that means we're going to be using the frame for the window in another color, of course. So first thing that we want to do is to place the lower frame of the window, and for that we are going to be using these. Flat tile is what we want. So what you need to remember is you have a frame on the side, and then you have the window space in between. So if you put a 1x6 here, let's just make them this nice reddish brown, yummy. If we put it here, then we're going to be having, okay, I didn't select the one I said now, did I? 1x6, yeah. So if we put that here, then our window frame needs to go up here. So we only have the 4 spaces to work on with windows. So you need to put the flat area as too larger than the window size you want to use. So this is just going to be our starting window, all blank and easy. And in that we're just going to be selecting, it doesn't really matter what kind of bricks. So this one is a little too tall for it, so I'm just going to go with this one here, and then we're going to select the color that is completely transparent / clear. So we place these here and they are completely transparent. Obviously this is too large for the window we selected, and yes, that was on purpose because I didn't want to select something that just was super easy, just to show you how you like customize this stuff. So we had to put in these mini bricks to make it even. So completing this window here is pretty much just selecting another one of these, going reddish brown again, and then placing it up here, and now, whoops, we have our window. So that is making like the outer part of the window. Did I place a brick wrong here? Yes, I did. Let's remove that. So does that mean I have a hole in the window? No, it looks nice. So what you're going to note here is that the window is only 1 brick wide and the wall is 2. You can use that by really placing your curtains on the other side, being 1 brick wide as well, so that you don't have anything that's going wider out than the actual wall. That's how I normally do it. You can also make the window twice as thick by just making the same in 2 layers. So anyway, moving on to the curtains, you're going to want these inverted slope bricks, and we're going to be selecting the ones that are 1x something. So if we take the 1x3 and we rotate it, you see this could be a curtain folded to the side. So depending on the shape you want, you could go with the 1x2, x3 here. See, that's too large. But once again, don't want it to be too easy. So we're just going to take the 1x2 here, and what we want is it to like cover the window here, and we're going to select a yummy flamish yellow orange for it. So we're placing that there, and we're turning it, whoops, and placing one on the other side as well, so that we have these. Now, as you can see, this could really look like curtains, but there is some bomber at the bottom. So how do we work past that? Well, we just place a single brick, and here again you have the different shapes and sizes you can work with. You can just put like one of these, if that's enough for you to fill the space. And as you can see in this window, it is. We could also have moved things down and put another layer on top where it's, if you don't like the shape it makes here, then you can just remove these and then place your inverted slopes at the bottom where they have like, where they have the angle you want, if this is the angle you want, of course. So we can put that here or here, but let's just go all the way down here for this example, and place one here. Then as you can see, we have space on the top, and there we can just place our 1x1 bricks, because on the other side of the window you can't really see the structure. It's just going to blend together, and then you get something like this. So you can really fool around with these inverted slopes to get whatever kind of window and curtain shape you want. But this was just, you know, one type of window. So let's go back to the reddish brown here and make another window. So I'm just going to show you guys now making a window with several windows in it. So we're selecting a larger one here. It's 1x8. And as you can see, that's going to give us a 6 window space, meaning we can have 3 and 3. but we want to have something in the middle, so that's not good enough. We're going to be having in this window 3 here, 1, 2, 3 there, so we need to add one in the length here, and then pretty much go up. So we could make 2 large windows in this, but I think you guys pretty much get the idea behind it. So I'm just going to make this one of those 4 windows, and we're just going to be doing the same as we did before. I think I'm actually just going to be keeping the same brick just to make it easier to work with, the transparent clear 1x1. So it's placing more bricks like this, but then you don't need to swap around as much. You could also just, you know, grab the larger bricks if you know in advance what you want to make. Could also do the copy stuff, select and copy, but just to keep things like really simple, step by step here, I'm going like this. So this is pretty much our bottom window. So we just select the reddish brown again, and then fill a line here. So now we have 2 windows, and all we really need to do to add more in the same window frame is go up again. And like I said before, you can choose to copy it and then do it before you add this frame, because you're going to be getting the frame from the bottom. So you can do this, you can make any kind of window combination here that you want. You can also go with just like 1 large here. We can do that. That's also cool. So if you wanted to make 4 windows in one, you would just continue upwards here with the reddish brown. But now that we are making 2 small at the bottom and 1 larger, we're just not putting that middle section in there. It can be a little hard to see what you're doing when you're working with all these small transparent bricks, but if I had known what I had been making from the start, I'm just pretty much coming up with this as I make it. I could just have been placing larger bricks. So just summarizing the window stuff here, use the transparent clear bricks to make the actual window, so you don't just have a hole. Nobody wants to just have a hole. You want to have a window. I know I do. And then use whatever kind of color you want as a framing. So we could make this as high as we wanted really, but just going to go like this. Oh goody, had one too much here. So that's also a window that you could have. So once again, making curtains for this, you have like so many options, and that's really what I like about this game. We could go like this again. We could also go like that just down here. You really want to build this from the bottom up. So let's look at some of the other inverted slopes, such as this one. So this is a really big one. It's good for like the large windows. We could actually make one that fills the entire window here, like so. See, that looks pretty nice. That's an option. We could also make some just for the small windows, like this. So you have like those small cute curtains at the bottom. Could also add them. I mean, this is really about what kind of angle you want. I'm probably a little more into the 1x2. Let's go like this and just make them different, because that's also kind of cool. If we are comparing to real life anyway. No. This is why I said make them from from the bottom. So, right. Just closing this up here. So as you can see here, curtains with different shapes covering different parts of the window. That's an option. I don't like how it looks though. Just being honest. So you can make these curtains any way you want. You could also go with this, but I mean that's let's just grab a lower one. Where do we have it? That one. So you could also make it like this. It's also really about how much you want to make it look like how you would have it real life. But these inverted slopes are pretty much the key to making that natural curtain that looks like it has been folded to the side at the bottom of the window. So the 1x2 here. I think the best way to do this, to get like the blend all the way to the side, is pretty much going like this. So you get them actually all the way out. And then you can pretty much continue it upwards. See what we have. Bum bum bum. I know I have it somewhere. No, that's definitely not what I had in mind, but you can do that as well if you want. Make all sorts of different things. What I wanted was something that went even further. It's really about finding. Was it the 1x3? Yeah. So what you can do here is you can select the overlap, meaning that then you can place bricks inside bricks, pretty much. So you can see those. I wanted to overlap, but it didn't. This is super hard to do in the builder. You can use the shift button to select the axes that you can move, but it is crazy. I think probably the best way to do this is place the other one first this time. Oh, that's good. But let's just undo all this stuff. How annoying. So the 1x3, place that here. Not sure if that was where we were, if it was here. I think it was here. Then we can take the 1x2, like that. I would cut it there. How depressing. Oh well. I made some experiments with this one where I believe I got more interesting results, really. That I wouldn't be sharing, but anyway. I guess we're just going to be going like this then. And then pretty much closing it up with the normal bricks. But we do want it to go all the way. Yeah, that looks sloppy. This is not a good curtain. I'm just gonna give up on it. I wanted to show something that worked in my mind and that I believed that I had been making, but it looks like perhaps I haven't, so that's a bummer. But yeah, epic fail time. So pretty much just go with this here, like that, because what I wanted to show with this window was actually not even this stuff here. So there you have them going all the way. I wanted to show that you can make different curtains, but not only that, you can also think about the interior way you decorate, because people are going to be looking at the house inside. So you may want, for instance, to have like some panel on top of these. That's also an option. And when you have the inverted slopes, there is of course a counterpart, and those are the slopes, as you can see. So what you can do is that you can select the glass, like here. I want this to fit. I really want... Okay, let's get rid of those again. Go in there. Stay a while and listen. It's really hard to make them fit. Wow. Seriously. Okay, be like that. Let's put them here and select the inverted slope there. Go with the flemish there. Rotate it twice. Like that. No way. That didn't just happen. He really doesn't want to play with me, does it? Well, if these had been normal Lego bricks in a normal Lego brick world, I could have put these nicely next to each other and formed a very cool interior closure of this area. But apparently that wasn't going to happen. This is one of the only drawbacks I think there is with this Lego game. It's super hard to make those small adjustments, but I know they're working on this stuff, so let's just hope they finish it so that it becomes super amazing. So let's just go back to what worked, which is this. Or did I place them lower? No, I think this was it. And then put something on the top. This is really my problem with a game such as this. I have a super hard time accepting these small errors. Not as in I get angry with the game, but if I hadn't been recording, I could have spent hours. I see I placed these curtains completely different. I didn't note it before, but now I do, and of course I need to remove them. And there is no reason, because I'm not going to be using this house for anything, but it has to be the right way. End of story. So this is how it's going to be now. That's also because now I really want to move on with the window, because what I wanted to show was the top window, and I haven't really been doing that, have I? So like so. This is how it's going to be. Not what I imagined, and not really as cool as it looked before. But yeah, that's how it is now. So for the top window, I wanted to show you guys how to make something that may be pretty obvious, and that is just if you want to make one of the windows that like go downwards, one of those pull down windows. I'm sure they have a name that I don't know. So you could do something like this and really have window that you can roll down in your house. This is really annoying me crazily. going to have to paint that. This is another thing you can do really when you can build them in solids, and then you can manage them as you want afterwards. So that's another window option for you. So pretty much what I really just wanted to show in this video is you make windows. The way I make windows is with the transparent clear brick for the window, so that you don't just have a hole. You use some kind of color for the framing, and then you can make the curtains behind. And when you're building your wall afterwards, if you fill in like all the areas nicely, let's just go into the brick building again. Then what is going to be happening is that when you build the wall, things are going to be level. And once you are like past the window, you can just pretty much build up like this, so that the window fits in nice and smoothly in your house design. So now I have the overlap on. Let's just remove that. As you can see here, I made this additional row, and that's making it super hard for the program to figure out what it is that I want. So I'm just going to place these to make an even field for them to be placed on. And of course I should have gone with the Nuka medium brown again, but now I'm done fooling around with windows. So just really wanted to complete this. Like so. There. There. So of course when you make this in your real houses, you want to make it a height that matches with an actual brick, not like what I've done here where I need to fiddle to make it match the wall. But those are a lot of small things that you pretty much just get. You're going to, if you don't remember it, you're going to do it once, and then you are going to remember it, because it's super annoying to be doing that stuff afterwards. But that's pretty much your house window, and I mean you can make these any colors you want. I do like the ones I made down here better. I wanted to make like a collection of windows that I would export as objects and share with you guys. So I'm going to be doing that in a few videos. I'm going to make a huge amount of different windows and just add them as an object that you can have in your bricks. So even though I spent a lot of time of fizzling here, I do think that I covered what I wanted, and that is really transparent clear bricks for glass, and normal any colored bricks for the framing, and then the inverted slopes to make different types of curtains. So that was pretty much what I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you very much for watching.